What's up everybody? Welcome to Hustle with Drew. I'm Drew, and in today's video I'm going to talk about the 360 photo booth business and if it's a good investment or a bad investment. Basically saying if you should or if you shouldn't get one. But before we get into the video, I just want to give a huge shout out to DJ Barry. DJ Barry is the first Patreon member and he's supporting this channel financially. And DJ Barry, I thank you so much, man. You have no idea when I got the notification, how much that means to me, and I will be reaching out to you soon so we can set up our one-on-one call and I can give you some mentorship on your photo booth business. So let's get into it. This is all why you're here. Should you or should you not get into the 360 photo booth business? And the answer is, from my opinion, no. If you are just starting off, right? You have so many different options to get into the photo booth business. You have the iPad photo booth, which to me is the best, the most passive, and it allows you to grow your business the fastest and make the most passive money. Then you have your traditional print photo booth, which you can use an iPad or you can use a professional grade camera, print to a printer. Then they have the 360 photo booth. Then there's all these other types of photo booths that are coming out, and I just personally don't think you should get started with one for a 360 photo booth because it's a liability. Most people starting off aren't gonna wanna get insurance. And if you have the 360 photo booth, that thing is a liability. I've heard horror stories, you guys, of people getting on those photo booths, the spinner coming around, people getting off early, getting hit, people's feet getting caught. You know, people at parties, women are wearing shoes that have their feet exposed, comes around hitting their feet. You're gonna have to have insurance and you will most likely end up using it eventually. I'm not saying nothing will ever go wrong at a photo booth event. I'm sure people get injured all the time at, your traditional photo booth, even in an iPad photo booth. But you guys, there's no moving parts. I'm not responsible for anything that's swinging around. We're talking plastic, sometimes metal pieces. People will get hurt. I think, yes, you should get a 360 photo booth if you're established in the business already. You have clients and you have access to parties to where people aren't gonna be acting a fool. If you're just getting started, you might be doing a lot of house parties and places where people are just gonna get super drunk. You're gonna have children on it, and to be honest, drunk adults and children kind of act the same at photo booths. I mean, they're reckless with your props. They'll fall, they'll stumble, and you don't want to open that can of worms if you're not already established and have a client base that's willing to pay you premium price for your 360 photo booth. That way you can afford the proper insurance and have all your ducks in a row and all that stuff. So that's just my main reason, is that it's a liability. Two, 360 photo booths, you guys, they're big. Platforms are big, there's parts. So you're gonna have to either have a vehicle big enough to transport all your equipment, or you're gonna have to buy a new one. So for example, for me, I'm always preaching to you guys, iPad photo booth, most affordable, easiest to transport. Because look, my iPad photo booth, I can literally fit 6 of my photo booths in my Prius. My 2011 I think it's like 45 miles a gallon. I don't know, that was a flex right there. I'm getting the MPG. But what I'm saying is, for instance, this weekend we have 6 events. We're fitting all of our photo booths in my Prius. If I wanna expand my, and maybe if I have 2 events that I'm gonna drop these things off and have employees meet me there, I may not be able to fit that in my Prius. So, you don't want to have to buy a vehicle just for your 360 photo booth, So that's why I'm saying if you're already established, you have all this stuff in line, maybe it's a good idea. But for someone just getting started, start off with a traditional photo booth or an iPad photo booth. That's the best bet. That way you can get a feel of what it's like. And then when people want to go back and rehire you, you can let them know, hey, we also have this photo booth now. Can we add it to your package? So there's a place for it, but for a majority of people, I'm gonna just say no. Also, you guys, I do not see the 360 photo booth business being around long term. I personally think it's a fad. I think no matter what, people are always gonna want to have a digital or a physical copy of a photo. You can't put a 360 image as your home screen, right? People want something tangible or something that they can physically have. Another reason why I say no to the 360 photo booth business is the price of these things. You guys, these things are expensive. They're like $1,400. I've seen from 14 on the cheaper end all the way up to like $3,000. And if you were to give me 3,000 and tell me what to do with my money, oh dude, I'd probably have like 6 iPad photo booths. 5 or 6 of them probably. I could stretch it out that way if I had to. I do not like the 360 photo booths for the fact that it's such a new thing. A lot of people see it and they don't know what it is. And when they get on it, they see the thing spin around them and they'll just do this. They just look at it pass by. You have to tell almost every other person, this is a 360 booth. When it comes by you, do this. And a lot of the time it's just like you're like educating people to where when they see a traditional photo booth or an iPad photo booth, they see it on the screen, it says touch here, and they touch it and then it goes. There's really no explaining needed there because it's something that's been around. And this next reason is something that most people that are just starting off aren't gonna be really thinking of. But if you do wanna expand and grow your 360 photo booth business, it's gonna require a lot more. Meaning, you're gonna definitely have to have more employees because you can't just drop a 360 photo booth off and not have someone there to attend it. People aren't gonna know what to do, they're not gonna know how to share, they're not gonna know, you know, when things happen to it, there's gonna have to be someone there. So, like for me, for example, my iPad photo booths, I'm just dropping them off. I know I've said that already like 10 times, but it's the best business ever, man, the iPad photo booth game. So, you know, if you wanna grow your 360 photo booth business, you're gonna have to have employees, you're gonna have to make sure they're trained, and you're gonna have to make sure that your employees are on point, making sure that no one is doing something on the 360 photo booth that they're not supposed to do. And I just wanna make this last point clear. I am not hating on anyone that's already in the 360 photo booth business. If this is something that you're specializing in and something that you're focused on, you can make a lot more money with the 360 photo booth than you can with any other type of photo booth. And just my experience, just because it's like a specialty and it's a new thing. So you can definitely make a lot of money on it, but what I'm saying is it's just not worth the risk. I mean, the reward is not worth the risk. The risk isn't worth the reward. There you go. The risk isn't worth the reward. And again, you guys, I just want to give a huge shout out to DJ Barry. I'll be talking to you soon, man. Connect with me. I can't wait for our one-on-one session. So guys, that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video, and we will be going over some cool stuff. So make sure you subscribe. See ya.